my name is Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a health related video, and I just wanted to share my tips for becoming your healthiest self. You can find more of my tips, and I post recipes, workouts, everything on my health Instagram at Bite and Bloom. But for now, let's just dive right into the tips. Also, I have a little notebook here with all my tips on it, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So these are in no particular order of importance, but these are what I use in my daily life. And again, like, I'm not a doctor, don't really have a certification. This is just what I found through experience has really helped me to become the healthiest version of myself. And I'm still not there, still got a long way to go, but these are just the tips and tricks and kind of mindsets that I try and incorporate into my daily life. So here we go. So number 1, find what physical activity you actually like and what works best for your body. So what kind of physical activity makes you feel your best, makes you feel your strongest? That is what is important, because I know for me personally, I like weight training, and I would love to, love cardio and body weight, but I just find myself sitting on the floor when I have one of those workouts planned. So I think a great start is to find something that you think is fun and make your activity fun. So whether that is just, going for a walk with a friend. Obviously right now, like, Zumba class and like gym classes is kind of hard, but I love Zumba with my friends. Things like that you actually enjoy instead of just doing it to achieve a certain body type is a really key in incorporating physical activity into your everyday routine. So my second tip is your body goals should not be based on somebody else. And when I say this, I mean, obviously it's fine to have physique goals and, like, want to have a toner stomach or leaner legs or whatever that your goals may be. Like, that is totally fine. I find for me, like, if I'm just trying to set my goal based on looking like somebody else, it just ends up disappointing me, because obviously every single body is different and beautiful and unique. So if I'm setting myself, I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure when I'm like just trying to look like somebody else. So I've learned to try and just set my goal to look like my best self and my strongest self rather than look exactly like somebody else. Because even though their body type may be great and super fit and amazing and healthy, I may just never be able to look like that because I'm not that person. My third tip is, if you want to gain, you need to have a calorie surplus, and if you want to lose weight, you need to have a calorie deficit. So for me, one of my goals has always been and still is to grow my glutes. Saying that, I need to make sure that I'm eating enough to do that, to maintain my muscles and to not lose weight. Like, losing weight right now is not a goal for me, so I know that I need to eat enough to sustain my body goals. If your goal is to lose weight, you have to, eat less than the amount of calories you're burning. And that's not saying to eat nothing at all, and like, you still need to eat and provide your body with the right nutrients. However, I think it's really important to keep that in mind when you are thinking of what your body goal is and your fitness goal and how to achieve that. My fifth, wow, really didn't know what number we were on. My fifth tip is the scale should not be your number one tracker of progress. So for me, when I was younger, I used to always weigh myself on the scale, and if I wasn't below a certain point, then I was upset. And I've learned with age that the scale just, for me, does not work as a good indicator because of my progress, because I know that muscle weighs more than fat. And like I just mentioned, I wanted to, and I still do want to, like, grow my glutes, so therefore I'm going to be eating a decent amount of food. So if I'm not seeing the scale go down, that doesn't align with my goals So obviously, you know, if you are trying to lose weight, that might be something to do, but I think with the scale, it can get so obsessive so fast, and all of a sudden, like for me, I just found I was like weighing myself all the time, and it just wasn't healthy for me. So I personally like to go off of just how I look in the mirror, or how I'm feeling, and how strong I'm feeling, and how confident I'm feeling, and if I just see change with my own eyes, and that is how I like to base my own personal progress off of. So my 6th tip is to plan out what you're going to eat or meal prep. For me, when I am at school, I'm a 3rd-year student in university in the nutrition program. When I'm at school, I personally cook all my meals for the week on Sunday. All my snacks, I literally make my lunch bag, like my roommates know, and they all do it too because we're all in nutrition for the most part. Our kitchen is so busy on Sundays because we just like to have our healthy food prepared and ready to go, so during the week we don't have to be stressed and like worried about what we're going to be eating. We can just grab our meal and go. It's already done. And for me, I find like if I'm on campus, I'm way less likely to go and buy food if I have my own food already, because it's like, why am I going to spend money when I already have my own food that I already paid for and I already cooked? And I will say, definitely there's days where I go buy a cookie or buy Starbucks or some mac and cheese because I just really want it on some days, and some days I'm having a rough day and I comfort myself with buying some food. However, for the most part, I do think that meal prepping is huge in helping maintain and reach your fitness goals, because you already have healthy meals on hand that you're getting all those nutrients into your body as you need to. My 7th tip is to avoid buying unhealthy food and keeping it in your house. When I say unhealthy, I mean, again, everything in moderation, 100%. Like, I have treats all the time. I just mean, for me personally, it really works when I go to the grocery store. If, let's say, I only buy, like, I go in with a list of all the meals that I wanted to prep with all the ingredients, and I try to stick to that as best as I can. Yes, obviously, totally fine. I do it all the time to get like a few or like 1 or 2 treats. Like, my house, we love to have cookie dough, so like a thing of cookie dough or whatever, a bag of chips, cool. However, for me, I find if I don't have that in the house, I'm way less likely to eat it if I don't have it, which like obviously makes sense. So like if I'm at home and I'm craving chocolate and I know that chocolate like sets my skin off and it doesn't affect my body very well, but if I'm craving it, I'm way more likely to go and binge a bag of chocolate chips if I already have it. Like, if I don't have it, I'm not gonna go to the grocery store and drive and go get it most times. So that is my 7th tip. My 8th tip would be to follow a workout plan. Especially if you're just starting off, I feel like it is so helpful to follow a plan, and you know, like an 8-week plan, 6-week plan, 12-week plan, whatever you want. Because for me, when I go to the gym and I haven't thought about the night before what I'm gonna do, I haven't planned out a workout, I literally just go and sit there and like I don't do anything, which is a waste of time for me, honestly. So I find when I follow a workout plan, or at least write down my workouts the night before, I'm way more likely to go to the gym or to my basement right now, obviously during quarantine or wherever it may be, and put in so much more effort and actually like be excited to work out. Because if I show up and I'm just like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do, I don't do anything. So that is my 8th and final tip. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not like a personal trainer, I'm not a dietitian yet or anything, so if I said anything that was wrong, please let me know and correct me. And again, this is just what I've learned and what works best for me, so it may not work for you, but I just wanted to share my tips and tricks and kind of things that I try to do to maintain a healthy lifestyle So thank you for watching, and I really hope that you learned something from this video, and hopefully you'll try out one of these tips. Bye!